From New York, the breadbasket to a hungry nation, it's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, comedian Martin Short, singer Graham Nash, and Stupid Pet Tricks. Also, Dave picks a co-host from the standby ticket line. And now, a man who can remember when, if you wanted Chrome, you had to make your own, David Letterman.
Thank you. Boy, that's generous of you folks. Welcome to the program. We come to you, we telecast this great program of ours to all over. We go all over North America, don't we? Yes. All over North America. And it comes to you every night from Midtown Manhattan, where you think things are okay. Well, the truth of the matter is things are not okay, and I believe the core of all of this is the breakup of AT&T. Frankly, I'm just sick about it. I have not adjusted well to the notion. But listen to this now. Because of this, there's a revenue problem, and the New York telephone company announced earlier today that they do not have enough money to put next year's phone book in alphabetical order. Well, let's see. You want to go for two or not? What do you think, Kevin? Go for two? Well, I saw in the paper earlier today where... This is my joke caddy, Kevin K. He tells me when it's okay to take another shot. Looks like the Republicans are taking a hint from the Democrats, and Ronald Reagan's advisors have told him not to kiss his vice presidential candidate in public either. No, that was two. That was two. Oh, 0 for 2? We got a great show for you folks tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Graham Nash is on this program tonight. Also, I feel strange. Do you feel all right, Bill?
I'm a little woozy, Dave.
You're a little woozy. Now, what would be the origin of your wooziness?
I believe it was from being hit in the head several times.
Was this domestic trouble, Bill, or?
Well, it started outside the home, Dave. Outside
the home, at a construction site, perhaps, and then continued on in.
Yes.
Paul, how about you? You feel all right?
Feeling marvelous.
I don't know what's the matter with me. Also on tonight's program, Mr. Martin Short, who he'll be here. Another installment, I don't know if you understand this or not, but in the last 2.5 years, we've done Stupid Pet Tricks once every 6 weeks or so. It's won 6 Peabody Awards. And we'll have another installment of Stupid Pet Tricks tonight, plus a valuable safety, if I can get my hand out of my pocket, a valuable quiz on summer safety. Now say hello to our good friend, Mr. Paul Fisher.
Hello, David. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much. You know, let me just say this. Everywhere I go in this nutty kind of land of ours, people ask me, what is David Letterman really like? And this is what I tell them.
What do you tell them, Paul?
As a performer, now, not a performer, as a performer.
Performer.
One of a kind. As a man, one of the kindest. David Letterman. And I think we all feel that way. And I think the audience agrees.
Thank you very much, Paul. And the same goes for me. We got a good show tonight. I told you who's on the show. I'm steamed, and I don't know why.
What is the matter?
I don't know why. There's no reason for me to be steamed. Everything's going fine, and there's no point in that either. But everything's... we got a... you know, we have... How many people do we have in our audience every night?
I've never known that.
300, almost 300.
Really?
Now, are you aware of the fact that for every 300 people who get in here, there is a large group of people who do not get in here?
Mostly my friends. None of them can get in. Can't get any of them in.
Your friends don't get in anywhere. But so tonight we thought it would be nice to do something special for the poor folks who don't get in. So we're going to select somebody from that standby group of people. They're actually, right up until the time the show begins, they're treated like regular audience members, and then afterwards they're treated like second-class citizens. So tonight we're going to select one of them to come down here and help out for the rest of the show. Now, we've written up some guidelines here for what a co-host must have. We feel must have a neat and hygienic appearance, must have a warm and hearty laugh, must have a firm handshake, must be confident enough to subordinate his personal goals to the success of the show, must not be taking any prescription medication that might make him drowsy or quick to anger. I like that. Okay, I tell you what, is Carl up there so let's go out and see the, now they can't hear me yet, can they, Hal? Okay, this is, thank you very much. This is the holding pen where there they are. Some federal law requires a little bit of light out there for them. There they are. Those are the folks that, they came very, very close to getting in. Carl, can we just go on down the line and take a look at them? Okay. Some other guidelines here. We would like the person selected to be a self-starter. Must be able to drive a stick shift without grinding the gears. Must keep a cool head in a crisis. All right. So one of these people will be selected to come down here and help us with the show. Paul, will you help me make a choice on this?
Be thrilled to, David. Unbelievably thrilled.
Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the whatever it is they're listening to me on. Can they hear me now, Paul? Thank you. How do you do, sir? What is your name, please? The man in the, no, the one next to you. Yeah. Well, I think we can eliminate that guy right off the bat. Okay. It's a little too pushy. He's already organized the group. Yes, sir. No, the other man. We'll get to you in a second. Yes, sir. What is your name?
Kent.
I'm sorry?
French. Kent French.
Kent, where are you from?
Independence, Missouri.
And how long have you been in line there, sir?
What?
All day.
We were here all day.
Kent, can I speak to your attorney, please?
I'm his attorney.
What is your name, sir? Yes.
My name is James Burris.
James, and where are you from, sir?
I live in New York.
Uh-huh. And how long have you been in line, sir?
Well, I was with Kent most of the day.
All day.
I stopped for coffee.
It's too late, Kent. Give it up. Was your name James?
Yes.
James, and what do you do for a living, sir?
I go to school. I'm a student.
What are you studying?
English.
Yeah. How did you feel? How did you feel when you realized that everybody else was getting in to see the show but you and Kent there?
A little aggravated. You know, been here all day. Haven't shaved, as you can see. I, you know, missed breakfast, lunch, and it looks like you're crowding my dinner time, so... We don't want to keep the little fella from getting something to eat, do we? Okay, let's go on down the line and we'll meet some of the other folks. Nice talking with you. Okay. How do you do, sir? What is your name?
Wayne Garrett.
Wayne, where are you from?
Ephrata, Pennsylvania.
Where in Pennsylvania?
What's that, David?
I say, where in Pennsylvania?
Ephrata, Lancaster County, an hour west of Philadelphia.
And you took advantage of the wait in line to memorize the road atlas. What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm an insurance salesman.
All right, and how have you been whiling away the hours in line there?
Oh, we've been playing Scrabble and just having a great old time.
And have you ever been on television before, Wayne?
No, sir.
Would you like to be on TV?
Oh, it's terrific.
Okay. Thank you very much, Wayne. We'll get back to you, sir. Let's see. Let's try the young lady there. I don't mean to... yes, ma'am. What is your name, please?
Bonnie Allen from Ephrata, Pennsylvania. Yay.
Kind of a bus deal here? Or...
What do you do for a living, Bonnie?
I'm a mother of 4 children.
Of 4 children?
Yes.
Congratulations. Has anybody in line there been causing trouble this afternoon?
No, no.
Not even James and Kent?
Well, they're a little problem, but...
All right. What do you, have you ever been on television yourself?
Yes.
In what capacity?
Church service.
They televise your church service.
No, this is a long time ago. When I
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right, Bonnie, we're going to pencil you in here. All right, Paul, now we have 4 there. What do you think? Is there anybody there? Do we have time to keep looking? Or okay, let's go on down the line one. Have you seen anybody you like so far, Paul?
No, not so far. No. let's keep going. Keep on going.
Okay, let's go on down a notch or 2. Yes, this lady right there. Ma'am? No, ma'am, you. What is your name, ma'am?
Leah Garrett.
Leah?
Leah Garrett.
Nice to see you, Leah. And where are you from?
Effort of Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Are you married to Wayne?
Yes, I am,
Well,
unfortunately.
Okay, I'm afraid we're going to have to disqualify you then, ma'am. What is this man's name? You, sir. How do you do? What is your name, please?
Ken Stricker.
Kent, and what do you do for a living?
I'm a computer programmer.
Mm-hmm. And where do you live, sir?
Orlando, Florida.
How have things been in line for you today?
Not bad.
Yeah?
Not bad.
Have you ever wanted to be on television?
Yeah, I do a little bit of acting back in Orlando in community theater.
Yeah, what was the last production you were in?
I was in Sound of Music.
And what part did you play?
Rolf.
Rolf? Do you get Rolf?
The young German.
Never heard of Rolf.
Which
The one who sings 16 going on 17.
Is what?
He sings 16 going on 17.
Oh, he sings that?
Yes.
Could you favor us with a few bars of that?
Not without accompaniment.
Well, Paul, you probably know that, don't you?
Which one?
18 going on 17 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we have it here if you're ready to go.
All right.
Okay,
I can't hear the...
that's all right.
You are 16 going on 17. Fellows will fall in line.
Very nice.
Eager young lads and roues and cads will offer you food and wine. Totally unprepared are you to face a world of men. Timid and shy and scared are you of things beyond your ken.
Yeah.
You...
Okay, well. You know who that was? You know what his name was?
Ken Stricker.
That was Ken also? Okay, thank you very much, Ken. And the Von Trapps were able to get out of Australia. All right, now we have, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have Kent, James, Wayne, Bonnie, Leah, and Ken. Now, we disqualified Leah because she's married to... Can they hear me up there, Hal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, turn it off. We had to disqualify Leah because she's married to that thug Wayne, but no, it's just a joke. It's only a joke. What do you think, Paul? Kent? James? Wayne? I think we have to go with Ken, the man who sang.
Who sang? I don't think. I think if we didn't, we would be sorely amiss.
Now wait a minute.
Really.
Wait a minute. You don't
embarrass
like
a guy like
you
that.
don't like Ken? Who else would you like? James? No. It's going to be Ken. I think we're going to have to get. Okay. How can they? Let me. Can they hear me now, Hal? Okay, open it up. First of all, I just want to thank Kent. I want to thank James. I want to thank Wayne and his lovely wife, Leah. I would like to thank Bonnie and everybody for being so patient up there in our standby ticket line. We were talking to you folks to select a co-host for tonight's telecast, and the winner is, yes, you know him better as Rolf. Ken, ladies and gentlemen. Ken, come on down if you will. Bring him down. today is certainly your lucky day, isn't it, Ken? What do you have in the bag, Ken?
It's a shirt for my daughter.
What kind of shirt did you get her?
It's an NBC Network T-shirt.
NBC Network T-shirt. Well, that's a very nice gift. How old is your daughter?
She's 2.
Well, I'm sure she'll enjoy that. Now, you have any word for her? Now, for being selected co-host, what is your last name, Ken? Let's get all of this. Ken Stricker. S-T-R-I-C-K-E-R?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you, Ken?
I'm 25.
All right. Well, you've been selected co-host tonight, and congratulations. We have a little gift for you. Why don't you open that up and share it with the rest of the folks?
This certifies a Ken Stricker foot support shoe shop, $35.
Well, congratulations. You'll get yourself a pair of shoes. All right. Well, we're going to take a minute here for Ken to collect himself and get comfortable, and he will be here for the remainder of the show. We'll be right back with Stupid Pet Tricks. Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you, folks. This is our co-host for the evening, Mr. Ken Stricker from Orlando, Florida. He is a computer programmer. I'll tell you what, Ken, go ahead and read the list of the folks who will be on the show tonight.
Tonight we'll be having Graham Nash, a quiz on summer safety, and comedian Martin Short.
All right. Now, do you watch the show much?
Yes, whenever I can.
Whenever you can. Which, how often would that be? Once a week?
Twice a week.
Twice a week. All right. So then you know about Stupid Pet Tricks.
Yeah.
All right. We are going to present now another segment of Stupid Pet Tricks. Please keep in mind now, this is only an exhibition. This is not a competition. Please, no wagering. All right. Our first participant tonight... That's an interesting shot, isn't it? We look like we could be related, I guess, don't we? Kind of guys you see hitchhiking periodically. Our first participant tonight, Ken, is Gene Scott Grebinar. Gene, come on out here, please. Hi, Gene. How are you? Come on up here, Gene. Did I pronounce your last name correctly, Grebinar?
Grebinar, right.
Nice to meet you. What do you do for a living?
I'm an executive vice president with Bantam Travel on Long Island.
In Long Island. This is Ken Stricker. He is our co-host tonight. Is it Stricker?
Stricker.
Okay, if I mispronounce it, please correct me.
All right.
All right, he's going to help out tonight. And this is your doggy. Oh, boy. This little thing is a little nervous, isn't she? What kind of, what is the dog's name?
Baby.
Baby, and it's a...
It's a toy poodle.
Toy poodle. How old is Baby?
She's 3 years old.
And what will Baby do for us tonight?
Well, she does a trick called 2 broken legs.
Ooh, 2 broken legs. All right. Can we do anything to assist you?
No.
Okay. All right. Gene Scott Grebinar and Baby doing the famous dog trick, 2 broken legs. All right.
Do 2 broken legs. 2 broken legs, baby. 2 broken legs. Come on, baby. Do 2 broken legs. Do 2 good baby doll.
That's very nice, Gene.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ken, do you have any questions for Gene before she leaves?
No.
Okay. We're going to take a look at your dog here doing 2 broken legs. Oh, my. That's tragic, isn't it? Thank you very much, Gene. Nice meeting you. Thanks for coming by. All right, our next participant, Marianne Malone, ladies and gentlemen. Marianne. Hi, Marianne. How are you? This is Ken Stricker from Orlando,
Ken.
Florida.
How are you?
Where are you from, Marianne?
Limbrook, New York.
And what do you
Long
do for a
Island.
living?
Semi-retired. I'm at home.
I see. What did you do when you were not retired?
I was an assistant buyer.
Okay. And you have a rabbit there?
Yes.
What is the rabbit's name?
Nippy.
Nippy. And is this a house pet?
Backyard.
Backyard pet. And is it fun to have a rabbit in the backyard?
Not with an Airedale.
Ooh, yeah, that would be a little dicey,
So,
wouldn't it?
Going against nature a little bit.
Yeah,
there.
what will Nippy do for us tonight?
Nippy plays dead.
Okay. Looks like you've gone ahead and started. Boy, there's a lot of fur coming off Nippy.
Wow.
Nippy the rabbit will play dead. Here, can you hold these? I don't have to do all of this.
Can I have the flour?
Oh, I'm sorry. We need the flower back. Okay. Oh, you're... Oh, my. That's very impressive. Very sad, but very impressive. Okay, Marianne, let's take a look at Nippy here, playing dead. Oh, nice meeting you, Marianne. Thank you very much for coming in. Are you enjoying this?
Yeah.
You want to introduce one?
Okay. Our next stupid pet trick is Scott Semmel with his dog Sierra.
Okay, come on out here, folks. Hi, Scott. Nice to see you. This is Ken Stricker. Oh, Stricker. I'm sorry, I did her. And what kind of dog is Sierra?
Sierra's a Kieshond.
I'm sorry?
A Kieshond.
Gesundheit, as they would say. What kind of? I've never seen a Kieshond. Is it a nice dog?
Very friendly. Very friendly.
Is it okay if I touch Sierra?
Very friendly.
Hello, Sierra.
She asks
nice
about Bob all the time.
And how old a dog is this?
She's 3 years.
3 years. Okay, what are you guys going to do?
She hops on her back legs.
Oh, okay. This is kind of compensating for the 2 broken legs we saw earlier. Everything evens out as part of God's great plan. Well, Sierra the dog now will be hopping on... That's an amazing coat there. Yeah.
I'll try it again.
Just warming up.
Yeah, one more time, see if you can go down
Let's
there.
see. You want to go once more? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Scott. One more time. Maybe if she took off that bulky warm-up suit. Okay, that's it. Close enough? Boy, is that strange looking. All right. Scott, nice meeting you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to see you, Sierra. Bye-bye. That's a great-looking dog. Do you have pets at home?
Yeah, I have a dog, 3 cats. My wife has a horse.
Oh, so you have a lot of land, I would guess?
No, we're renting pasture.
Just right there in the apartment?
Yeah.
No. All right. Barbara Wild. Folks, say hello to Barbara Wild. Hi, Barbara. Nice to see you. Good, thank you, Barbara. This is Ken Stricker. And Barbara, your dog is, what kind of dog is that, first of all?
This is a Westie or a West Highland Terrier.
Okay, and what's the dog's name?
Dog's name is Dorada, but you can call her Dee.
Hi, Dee. How are you? How old is this dog?
This dog is about 2.5 or 3 years old.
That's a nice-looking dog. All right, what will Dee do for us?
Dee is a television buff, and she's going to watch television and attack animals. Depending what, she'll attack herself even.
You mean
she won't attack you.
When the dog sees an image of another animal on TV?
She'll go for it.
No kidding, that's very unusual, I believe, isn't it? Because some dogs can sit right in front of a mirror and never register that there's anything going on there.
Well, she knows exactly what's going on at all times.
Okay, well, I'd like to see this. How do we do this?
I think we have the tape ready. And
Okay,
we'll
we have
show
a
it.
monitor here and some videotape. Barbara, you and Dee go ahead and set up. This will be nice.
Okay, well, when it gets on, I'll let
Okay,
her go.
the monitor is right here. Just put, okay. I think there probably a grant was involved in this study. Okay, there is a videotape of, oh, there's a dog. Oh! That's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that before. Now, is the dog like that with real animals or just TV?
No, a few of the animals in the back she was interested in, but it's basically television. She's a TV buff.
Oh, my God.
She sits all day long and watches television and waits.
Don't let the Russians find out about this. That's amazing. Can we take a look at it? And okay, here it is. And this will be...
Watch.
Oh, there's the dog, yep. Wow, that's the strangest thing I've ever seen. Good heavens.
She's hamming it up.
Thank you very much, Barbara.
Thank you.
Okay, Dee. Nice to see you. Take a break. That was the strangest thing. Did you enjoy that, Ken?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, I haven't.
All right. Well, neither have I. Went all right, don't you think, Paul? Okay, we'll be right back, folks. We have to pause here for a commercial. Graham Nash will be back. Paul. Hi, welcome back. Ken and I are about to bring out our first guest of the evening. He was a founding member of two of the most popular and enduring groups in the history of popular music. Go ahead, you take it, Ken.
The Hollies, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. The latter group is currently on a tour that ends September 23rd.
Please welcome back Graham Nash. Hi, Graham, nice to see you.
How you doing?
Good, nice to see you again.
Good. You didn't tell me you were going to have another sex symbol on the show.
Well, sure, we do anything we can. Is it 15 years ago this month? Do you remember the exact date?
Let me see, August 17? Something like that?
The weekend of August 17th at
Yeah,
Woodstock?
something like that, yeah. 15 years ago.
15 years ago. Now, is it true, and if it is true, is it possible that that was one of the few times in the beginning of the group that you appeared in public?
Our second concert only.
What was the first one? Do you remember?
2 nights before at the Chicago Auditorium with Joni.
Yeah. So now you're there in front of the crowd is what, 500,000 folks?
Yeah, there's a few of us there.
Yeah. Now was this a scary experience?
I don't know, you know. I nearly got killed in a helicopter going into the place in the first place. But actually standing on stage with, you know, a couple of acoustic guitars facing 500,000 people was kind of scary, really, especially because it was only our second show, you know.
Where did you come from on the helicopter? How did that happen?
We went to LaGuardia and took a helicopter from there, and about 40 feet from the ground, the back rotor stopped, and we nearly right into the ground there. It was a scary point, really.
So what happens in that point? Does the thing just drop, or is there any control over it at all?
It starts to spin in opposition to the way the tail rotor was keeping it. Yeah. Yeah, and not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Have you done any helicopter flying since then?
Oh, yeah, I love them.
Really?
Yeah, sure. They're really the last magic flying carpet, really.
Have you ever flown one?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah. I took a couple of lessons.
What is the sensation like when you... I've never been in one.
It's a remarkable feeling. Yeah. Because it does everything that that your body's been trained for something not to do. I mean, if you're going to fly, you zoom down something and spread something, and something goes up. Yeah. Not with a helicopter.
Well, now I understand how it goes up, but how does it go forward?
You tip the rotor blade and chop the air in front of you and pull yourself through. Like
so the thing that's keeping you up is also driving you forward?
Yes. Yeah. It all depends on the angle that your blades are at. Yeah. Well, and the tail rotor keeps it relatively straight.
Keeps it from spinning around. Yeah. Well, they scare me silly.
You ever been in a helicopter?
Helicopter simulator.
A simulator?
Yeah.
Now, why would you be in a simulator?
We were simulating night missions for the Army.
Oh, this was in the service?
No,
it was not in the service.
The company I work for.
I see. All these very bright young computer programs are being snaffled up by the military, right? Perfect example.
So you had to be in the simulator to help design a program for the Army?
We had designed the program. We were training Marine pilots to fly in zero visibility conditions.
Oh, wow.
But the only trouble with that is they only respond to this giant yellow thing that's doing this.
No, they don't. Now, cut that out. We got to do a station identification. Ken and Graham and myself will be right back, folks, so stay here. Thank you. Graham Nash is here, and a little bit later on, Martin Short will be joining us. Ken Stricker is here, the computer programmer from Orlando, Florida. Also a photographer, right? Yeah. Ken, you do some photographic work? All right. Now, the song Woodstock,
yes,
that became synonymous with the event, of course, was written by Joni Mitchell.
Right. Now,
she was not actually at Woodstock, is that true?
No, we were here in New York City, and it was decided, because she was going to do the Dick Cavett show, I think the day after, that if she couldn't get out of there, she'd totally mess up the arrangements. And so it was decided that, I think she unwillingly decided to stay behind.
She was worried that once she got into the area, that she'd be tough to get out. Sure.
Because the radio reports were, 50,000, 100,000, 150. Yeah. By the time it got to 300,000, it was obviously something serious happening. Yeah. And she decided to stay, and I think that it's a compliment to the artist that she is, that she was able to soak up enough of the feeling of what happened from her friends and acquaintances to have written such a great song.
So when you guys returned, you were also on the same show, right?
The previous 2 nights, yeah, in Chicago, yeah.
But you, on the same Dick Cavett show?
They were, I wasn't. I was English at the time.
Anyway, but so you told her all about it, and from that and other accounts, she was able to write the song.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she soaked it up very much like the David Letterman sponge. Yeah. CSN sponges. CSN sponges.
That might go. Now this is this album right here at the time was I don't know, that wasn't considered to be a revolutionary cover, but it was. You certainly got the sense that this was going to be something different here, didn't you?
You certainly did. Yes. I went through a lot of pain about this cover.
For what reasons?
Well, if you'll notice, we're sitting in what's considered to be the wrong order.
This is not Crosby, Stills, Nash.
No, but for years people came up to me and said, "Dave, I love Guinevere. You and all those 14-year-old blondes. I love the life you must lead." But it's not me. It's this is Mr. Crosby on this end.
The man in the middle is right. And
Stephen's always right in the middle.
Where was this photograph taken?
That was taken on Santa Monica Boulevard, and because we were sitting in the wrong order, we checked the proof sheets. We decided to go back and reshoot the shot in the correct order. We went back, no house. Gone.
It's gone?
Los Angeles. Hey.
Yeah. How did you find a house in the first place?
I was having my car washed at the Santa Monica car wash, and the house was right next, right there. I mean, it looks as if it's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of Santa Monica Boulevard in Los Angeles.
Now, who's this looking out the window? Is that anybody?
This is reputed to be several people. This is, in fact, a very good friend of ours, Dallas Taylor, who was a drummer on the record.
Well, he probably knows where the house went.
I think it's his house.
Being that he's inside there.
Really?
Okay, now where were we? Oh,
we were talking about the Playboy interview that you were doing next month.
Don't get into that. No. Now, is it true one time that the group was working in San Francisco, the Fillmore, with and Bill Graham? You had just completed the show. You weren't going to go back on stage.
New York.
New York.
Yes, the Fillmore East here. We went. We'd done a lot. We'd done like a 3-hour show, a 3.5-hour show. It was an enormous amount of music. And Bill, being the eternal showman that he is, Bill Graham, we're talking about, who owned, in fact, the Fillmores, in an attempt to get us back on the stage, started a show of $100 bills under the dressing room door. And Neil was the first person to see this. So he said, "More!" And Bill put some more $100 bills on the door, and Neil had got him up to about $1,000 in $100 bills in bribery to get us to come out. So we went out and we did another one, and Neil wanted to throw the money into the audience until Stephen told him that if he did that, there would probably be a small riot,
Yeah.
New York and $100 bills, what do you think?
Well, anywhere, not a good idea, $100 bills. Yeah. Do you see Mr. Young anywhere?
Sure, I saw him 2 weeks ago.
How's he doing?
He's doing fantastic. Just had a new baby girl called Amber. Welcome to the planet Earth, Amber.
And now, how long was it Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young? That was like a brief period, and
yes,
then
it was maybe 2 or 3 years there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was quite that long. And then did he ever come back again?
No. We have seen each other socially and sung together.
Was there talk of having him come back with the group for anything?
Not after he decided that once he learned how to play the game, that he wanted to play it with his own rules and play it by himself.
Yeah, okay. I understand that completely. Now, let's see. So everything's going good? The tour is all right?
Going well. David's alive and well and kicking, sends his love.
Good. Nice to see you again, Graham.
Yes,
Thanks very much for taking the time to be here.
My pleasure.
Say goodbye to Bye-bye. Okay, we'll be right back. back, folks, with Martin Short. Thank you. You know, Ken, I once flew a 747 simulator. It was fun. Very exciting.
It's a lot easier when you crash.
Yeah, it's splendid. You can't get hurt in those things. My next guest is one of the newest cast members of the Saturday Night Live program on this very network. He was most recently with SCTV. Here now is a sample of some of the things that he did on that television program. Watch closely, won't you? We think you'll enjoy it. It's a pleasure to welcome back to the show Martin Short. Martin. Martin for Ken Stricker. Ken, nice to see you. Nice to see you. It was,
nice to see you.
Very entertaining to see the stuff from SCTV.
Thank you.
You did wonderful stuff on that program.
Yeah, well, I do my own stunts.
Now, what happened here? What's the deal on this?
This was a bike accident.
A motorcycle?
No. Well, I tell people that it is. It's more dramatic.
You say bike, hoping they'll think motorcycle.
Yeah. No, it's a 5-speed. Mm-hmm. With the Actually, there were training wheels on the 5-speed. I was up north in, well, I live up north, as you know, Toronto. Ken,
so you'd be up there.
Ken knows Toronto. We've worked together in Toronto many times. And so we rent this cottage. We being my wife and I, little baby, and Andrea Martin and her husband Robert Dolman and their kids, because we're all related. We rent this big cottage.
Now, how are you related before you continue?
Her husband, Bob Dolman, and my wife is Nancy Dolman. Well, they're brother and sister. So, assuming, I don't know really, David. I know that it's sisters-in-laws and brothers-in-laws somehow. But I think if they divorce, that's it. Well, I'm not related. I mean, isn't that the way it is?
No, I'm not sure. Now, your wife and her husband are brother and sister.
Well, see, Andrea's husband, Bob, he's my brother-in-law.
Sure.
But, good Lord, David, when you think about it, Andrea and I are not related.
No.
Uh-huh. Anyway, Ken.
So you're up there, you got a cottage.
I'm up there.
Where are we up?
We're in Bala, Ontario. Beautiful place. 150 miles north of, just like on Golden Pond. It's just
beautiful.
Oh, just birds and
woodland.
Woodland. Dave, did you say woodland?
I did.
It is. By the end of a week, everyone is just talking and looking for loons everywhere. You just wake up in the morning with filled with vigor. You can't help it.
Go out and get a sack of loons and come back.
You get a sack of loons, call it a day.
Okay, Martin, we got to do a commercial here. We'll be back and we'll finish up this ordeal. Oh, no, we want to find out what happened to you. We'll be right back. Okay. So you're up in the country.
I'm up in the country.
Having a good time. You're on vacation.
Yeah.
You and your friends and family.
Yes.
All right.
So so we go at 8 o'clock at night. We go on this long bike ride, scenic bike ride, and I'm just going down this hill on my 5-speed, thinking that really I could live here maybe forever. I'm finding peace and serenity, and then the fender of the bike slipped and dug into the wheel, and the wheel exploded. Huge explosion. Which surprised me, really. I mean, it was like, I don't know what I guess I expected, like, just a slow leak or something.
Yeah.
And I went flying off 30 feet in the air. It was really 15, but it's been building,
Could be 30, sure.
It could have been 30.
Easily could have been 30.
Was Ron Galella there taking shots?
No,
I don't think so.
He wasn't there.
I landed on, I broke my shoulder, my collarbone, punctured my lung. I'm fine.
Oh, my God. Now, I've had some broken bones, nothing serious. But what is it like when you puncture a lung? What does that feel like?
Well, you can't breathe. as well. I mean, you get short of breath, but you're not. You go into shock, actually. Shock.
Yeah, I would think so. Is it very, very painful?
It was pretty painful at the beginning, and then but not initially. I was just in shock, and then so I was lying in the road, and Andrea was trying to get help, and there's this neighbor who lives near the cottage, and last year, because we've rented this each year, and last year he was kind of a very nice guy, and this is your boathouse. Well, that must cost you. And this year he's gone through some changes. He's left his wife, and he's with a friend named Timothy. So we don't... Anyway, he came running out. He came running out. He had heard the explosion. He said, "Oh, you've been munched." And he went running back in.
You've been munched?
Been munched. That's what I heard in my shocked ears. They called an ambulance. I went to a small hospital up there, Al's Hospital and Grill. Very small.
Hospital and Grill.
Hospital and Grill. No, and then they gave me Demerol, and I was fine. And then but you know, it's interesting. I phoned Paul Schaefer, because Paul, as you know, we're old friends, and Paul had a very similar accident about 2 years ago, where he broke collarbone, punctured his lung, and broke some ribs in a Hawaii car accident. And but this had been 2.5 years ago, so I phoned Paul, and I said, "Paul," I told him about my accident. He said, "Oh, isn't that terrible? I feel awful for you." I haven't gone through that myself, Martin. That's awful. Oh, no.
I didn't do a commercial. We'll be right back, folks. Okay, we're out of time. I want to thank the folks. Martin, thank you very much. SCTV is coming on in syndication when?
Yes, September 17th in New York and Los Angeles and Chicago.
All around this great land of ours.
11 o'clock.
Good luck on
Saturday Night Live, October
SNL.
6th.
All right. Ken, and you're going back to Orlando. What are you going to do when you get back?
Probably go back to work.
Okay, well, nice meeting you, sir. Thank you for your help, and thanks for the song earlier. My thanks also to Graham Nash. We'll see you tomorrow night, folks. Bye-bye.